Okay, guys, hope everyone is doing good. Okay, in the previous video, we talked about what a triangle is and what are some of the fundamental facts of triangle. So, one important concept being the sum of all three interior angles of a triangle will always be equal to 180 degrees. Okay, we have taken that as an example. A, B, C. So the sum of angle A, angle B and angle C will always be 180 degrees. And we talked about sides and angles of a triangle. Now in this video, let's take a look at the categorization of the triangles. So we can, if you want to find out the types of triangles, we can categorize them into two different types. One is based on the sides of the triangle. Okay, this is one category. And the second category is based on the angles of the triangle. Let's take a look at both of them. Okay, sides of the triangle. If these three sides of triangle are exactly having the same length, so if these three triangles, or probably I can draw it again here. If these three sides are exactly same, see that how I'm denoting with the same symbol on all three sides? That means the size of these three sides are same. If all three sides of a triangle are having the exact same length, this triangle has a special name for that. So this triangle is called equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Equi means same. Lateral meaning the side. So you have the same side. You have the three sides of the triangle have the exact same length. Then it's called the equilateral triangle. Okay, now let's talk about the second type of the triangle. If at all, out of these three sides, two sides are same, but the third one is different. If only the two sides of the triangle have the same length, but not the third one, this kind of triangle is called isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. So we have got equilateral triangle where all three sides of the triangle have the same length. An isosceles triangle is where the two sides of the triangle have the same length. And if at all three sides of the triangle are completely different, this is one size, this is another size, and the third side is different. So we have the completely different lengths of triangles. Then this triangle is called scalene triangle. So we have got equilateral if all three sides are equal, isosceles if only two sides of the triangle have the same length. If the length of all three sides are completely different, then it's called scalene triangle. So this is how we can categorize the triangles by the length of their sides. Okay, it's very good. How about the angles? We have in this example, we have the angle A, we have angle B, and we have angle C. How can we categorize the triangles based on these three angles? Well, let's step back and talk about angles in general. Okay, so let's say I have a ray here and I have a ray here, and I have an endpoint for this ray and I have another endpoint for this ray. Let's say this is A, this ray is AB, and this ray is AC. Okay, so these two rays have met here at the vertex A, and the angle it forms between these two rays is called, this is the angle. Okay, and let's spend a minute here to talk about the fundamentals of angles. So as you may have known already, if at all this angle, let's say angle A, if it is less than 90 degrees, there is a special name for this one called acute angle. If angle A is exactly same as 90 degrees, if angle A is 90 degrees, then this is called right angle. A special name for this one called right angle. If at all this angle A or any angle, if it's greater than 90 degrees, there is a special name for that angle called obtuse angle. So we have acute angle, less than an angle that's less than 90 degrees, and we have right angle where the angle is exactly 90 degrees, and we have an obtuse angle where the angle is more than 90 degrees. Now let's take the same concept into the triangles. It's exact same concept actually. It's the same names also. So if at all three angles of a triangle, all three angles, I don't know that these angles are same, right? So it doesn't have to be. This is what I'm denoting, saying that these three angles are different. Okay, if these three interior angles, if all three angles have less than 90 degrees, then this triangle is called acute triangle. If all three angles of a triangle are less than 90 degrees, then the triangle is called acute triangle. But if at all the one of the angles is 90 degrees, here this angle is 90 degrees. If one of the angles is 90 degrees, then this triangle is called a right triangle or right angle triangle. It has two names, right triangle or right angle triangle. It's a very special triangle in geometry. You'll find out there are some theorems on this one. There is a most popular theorem there called Pythagorean theorem on this right angle triangle. And there are some special names. I'm going to do another video especially on a right angle triangle later. So anyways, so we talked about acute triangle where all the three angles of triangles are less than 90 degrees, and we have another triangle where one of the angles is 90 degrees. Okay, and the third kind of triangle is, I'm sorry, I'm bad at this drawing. Okay, this is a triangle Assume this is a straight line and this is the angle. This one is more than 90 degrees. Okay. So if any of the three angles in a triangle is more than 90 degrees, then this is called obtuse angle. Obtuse, did I say angle? No, we're talking about triangle, so obtuse triangle. Because this triangle has an obtuse angle, that is why it's called obtuse triangle. Now, a small tidbit for everybody. Can you have, here I specifically mentioned that if one of the angles is 90 degrees, can you have a more than 190 degrees in a triangle? You cannot. The reason is the sum of all three interior angles is supposed to be 180 degrees. Out of 180, this 90 is already taken by this right angle here, this triangle here, this angle here. So 90 degrees is taken. So if the other angle is also 90, then it can't be a triangle. There is no, the third angle should be 0. Then it's not triangle. So that's why it's only possible for one of the angles. Only one angle can be either 90 or more than 90. Okay, so in a right angle triangle, you can only have 190 degrees, and similarly in obtuse triangle also, you can only have one obtuse angle. You cannot have, because this is already more than 90, and then the sum of three angles should be 180 degrees, and out of 180, let's say this is 110, then the sum of the other two angles, the sum of other two angles should be 70 degrees. If at all this is 110 degrees, then the other two angles sum should be 70 degrees. So you cannot have another obtuse angle. It's not possible. Hope that helps. So this is how you can categorize the triangles based on the sides and based on the angles. Thank you so much. See you again.